Now, there's been a win for common sense in the United States. Female martial artists have successfully run a campaign that will see them competing against people born female. So it'll be biological females up against biological females. The changes follow a recent jiu-jitsu competition where a transgender athlete took home 4 gold medals in the women's competition. So following the competition, female athletes staged a number of protests. They ended up boycotting, and it's worked. The North American Grappling Association has now overhauled its rules. Kiralee Smith is a leading campaigner on this issue, and she joins us on the line. Good morning to you, Kiralee.
Good morning, Ben.
It's taking a lot of time for people to catch up with what's going on, but it seems to be happening slowly.
It is happening very slowly, way too slowly for many female athletes, of course, but it is a win for common sense. You know, there was also another male who took home a first and a second in that competition, and there was one division that all the females pulled out of, so it was only males competing against each other. And I mean, let's be clear too, Ben, this isn't about saying that transgender identified people can't compete in sport. It's about having fair and safe categories for sport. I mean, we have male and female for a reason. No one can change their sex. Male bodies are male bodies, female bodies are female bodies, and that's how it should remain.
It's interesting that these female athletes had been complaining about it, and I think when one athlete got up there with 4 gold medals around the neck, that was really a moment in time where they said enough is enough. But it wasn't until they announced a boycott that the Sporting Association finally started listening.
Yeah, look, and that's possibly what it's going to come down to. But I know here in Australia there are, most of the mainstream sports have the policy that males can play in female divisions. And when they threaten to boycott, the sporting bodies threaten sanctions or expulsion from the sports if they do that. And we know that through the wonderful World Cup soccer that happened here in Australia for the women this year, there was a male playing in a female team in the first grade soccer, was on top of the goal scoring leaderboard for most of the season. And, nobody wants to talk about it. Everyone's too afraid. The sanctions are very real. And so I really applaud these brave women who stood up and said enough is enough, because I think that's the only way we're going to see these changes happen.
Kiralee, you've copped quite a bit of grief for sharing your honest opinions on this issue.
I have. I've got 4 court cases. The police brought an ABO against me for identifying a male soccer player in a female team. They withdrew that at the last moment, but there's still 3 ongoing cases for calling men males. And I won't back down on this, Ben, because the only people who can be transgender women are males. No one else can be a transgender woman, only males. Again, I have no ill will towards these people. They can participate in male competitions, open competitions, mixed competitions, but we need to keep female competitions for females only, because that is safe and that is fair.
Thanks for jumping on the line, and we'll talk to you again.
Thanks, Ben.
Kiralee Smith, who's been campaigning on this issue, and I had someone say to me once, what does it really matter? I mean, it's not a big deal. Well, no, it's not a big deal until you're the young woman who's been training in jiu-jitsu and you make it to the top grade, there's a gold medal on the line, and then you're looking at someone else with not only the gold medal that could have been yours, but 3 other gold medals around their neck, and they have an unfair advantage.
Take a second to leave a review and a rating. Now it's back to Ben Fordham.